Hey you guys, welcome to Period 6 Designs, and today I'm going to be showing you how to Mod Podge a tumbler. So the Mod Podge method, you also have the epoxy method, but the method that I prefer is the Mod Podge method. It's an affordable way to get glitter on your tumbler, so let's get started. So I'm just using the Ozark tumblers that you pick up at Walmart. This is a 20 ounce. I'm just going to take the lid off, and you see I have some residue from the label that comes on it. And so what I like to do is get one of these little alcohol pads, and you can buy these by like the 500 pack at Target, and that way I don't have to worry about like keeping a bottle of alcohol or worry about it spilling over or anything like that. So I just take those alcohol pads and I clean off all the residue and all the sticker material that's left over from the label. Now, once I've worked off all of the initial residue, I'm just going to take another clean alcohol pad and go over the whole cup, just cleaning it off really good, getting off any kind of potential hand oils or anything like that that may have been left on the cup. And this is a really important step because something like oil from the hands could prevent the Mod Podge and the glitter from sticking to your cup, so you definitely want to make sure you're working with a very clean surface. Now, I know some people sand their cups. I will sand if I get a colored tumbler, but when I'm just working with straight metal, I do not sand the cup. I just go straight into it. So now I'm just showing you, I use a PVC pipe with one of the Nerf balls from the Dollar Tree on it, and I stick mine all the way through the PVC pipe so I can have a little bit left on the end, because I found that on my turner, if I just have the ball at the end, it kind of makes the tumbler sag, which affect how the epoxy settles on the cup, so it kind of tilts it down. So I'm just showing you here that I am using Mod Podge. This is the gloss version. I just picked this up at Michael's. I buy it in the big tubs. So I just like to take the bottle and just throw a pretty good sized blob of glue on my cup, and what you're seeing me do now, I'm just literally just moving the glue around, because if I were to try to leave that blob in that spot and try to just work it like up and down from that spot, it would eventually just run off the cup and onto the paper. So what I like to do is I get the blob on there and I just make it a point to just move the glue wherever it can go, trying to see if I have enough glue that I initially put on there. So that's what I'm doing now, just moving it around, and then you'll see me start to go back, you know, again, taking the big blobs or, you know, areas where there's excess at, and kind of just moving it around the cup and moving it around the cup and taking that extra and smearing it where there is none, and just kind of filling in spots with the glue that I had just initially dumped on my cup. So again, still using all that extra glue that I had on the cup and just moving it around. So don't worry about trying to get it evenly on there yet. You're not there yet, because you're still just moving the glue around. So when you think you have enough glue on your cup, this is when you will start to work on getting the glue even. So what you'll see me doing now is just going from top to bottom, working the glue down the sides of the cup, trying to get it as smooth, not necessarily as thin, but as even on the cup as possible. So the glue needs to be the same amount of thickness around the whole cup from top to bottom. And so that's what I'm focusing on now. And you don't want to take forever doing this, because of course it is glue, so glue will start to set up. So once you thin it out like this, that's when you can tell when it really starts to dry. So you want to start working as diligently as possible. I won't say as fast as possible, but definitely moving with a purpose. During this process, you will get excess on the brush, and what you see when my brush keeps going out of screen is that I'm actually wiping off the excess glue. And don't forget to get the bottom. Sorry, I got a little bit out of screen over here, but same thing. You want to make sure you get it as even as possible. So when you start coming over that rim, just Again, just keeping with the same amount of evenness. And I do want to point out that, you know, these Ozark cups have like the little rim in there. Make sure you push some glue in there, because what that's going to do is that's going to make it even when you apply your glitter and kind of take away that line of demarcation that's in the cup. So it's important to get good glue coverage in that line. That way it'll kind of make a seamless transition between those two parts of the cup. All right, so I'm pretty satisfied with how this looks. So next I'm gonna just take my glitter, and this is the shade Marine from Recollection. You can just pick it up at Michael's, it's like $4. And I like to use the sprinkle side or the shaker side, because that way I'm not wasting glitter. Because when you dump glitter, a lot of times to do like a whole tumbler like this, you'll have to like set your tumbler down and pick it back up. Whereas if you use the shaker, it just gives you a lot more control. And that way you're not just dumping glitter everywhere. So another thing I like to do, especially when I'm trying to catch it on paper, is I kind of just go by section. So I'll do like the bottom half and then turn it, and then I'll go back and do the top half just to keep the glitter contained over the paper, because the paper is only but so big. So you just do this until you got all of your cup fully covered. So you can see there's like the bottom half of the cup isn't really over. Bottom half of the cup really isn't over the sheet of paper anymore. And so that's why I'm doing it, you know, by half. Forget to get the bottom of your cup, which can be a little difficult. You just gotta hold it at the right angle so it catches the glitter. And then for order for me to do that, I was kind of out of frame. Sorry about that. You can see my bottom just is a little patchy because the glue had started to set up a little bit, so it wasn't catching as well. So you just want to go back any spots you think may look a little thin or look a little bare. Try to see if there's room to fill it in. Always going back and shaking. So when I'm done with that initial coat, I give it a few good whacks to knock off any excess glitter that may be left on the cup that didn't adhere to any glue. So that's just me shaking it. That's how coat number 1 looks. Pretty good coverage, I would say. There are a few spots where I can see that the glue, and I'm pointing them out to you, where the glue has started to set up a little bit, so it wasn't as thick and able to adhere as much. But I'm not really worried about it. The second coat pretty much takes care of all of that stuff. So I'll be back and show you guys the next coat. All right, so this is later. I usually let my glitter set up for at least 4 hours between coats, and that just gives it time in case there's any thick spots where the glue is, that when you go to add that second coat of Modge Podge, you don't have to worry about it moving. So 4 hours is typically good enough. I know people say 1 hour, but sometimes 1 hour is not enough if you have like a little glue pocket that hasn't fully set up. So I'm going back one more time and whacking it, getting that glue off, getting that excess glitter off. I'm literally just going to do the same exact thing I did with coat 1. And like I said, coat 2 usually will take care of any kind of imperfections or anything that was left after coat 1. And again, dumping, a big glob on there and just trying to work it around so it doesn't spill off of the tumbler, since it is a rounded surface. And then I'll keep adding more as I see fit, because the second coat, of course, you're gonna need more glitter than, I keep mixing up glitter and glue. You're gonna need more glue than you did on coat number 1, just because you have to, get on top and between all those little glitter flecks. So again, you just want to do the same exact thing I did with coat 1 and do coat 2. Alrighty, you guys, so that's how it looks. I'm gonna go ahead and again knock off that excess glitter from coat 2. Very pretty, brilliant blue shade. Again, this is shade Marine from Recollections. And that's how it looks, you guys. So again, I'm gonna let this set up for at least 4 hours. And the next thing I'm gonna do is epoxy it. So if you are interested in that, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Please don't forget to hit the notification bell and leave any comments or questions below. And thank you for watching Period 6 Designs.